always loved music. I've always been a musician. I discovered the healing properties of singing as a child because as a child I stuttered very badly. And I noticed that when I sang, I did not stutter. So I would sing everything. I was just so happy to be able to express myself that that comfort turned into a talent. Wipe the tears away. That I should be okay. I'm Donisha McShan. I live in Marion, Illinois, but I was born and raised in East St. Louis. I have always recognized that there was a disconnect with the inside of me and the outside. I was aware of that at 4 years old when I knew that I wanted to be as pretty as my mom and I wanted a husband as fine as my daddy. At 23, I decided to live my life as a woman, full-time in every way. A lot of people ask me, what is it like? That's like trying to ask me to describe air. It just is for me. I can't really describe it to you because for me it just is. But without it, I'm not me. On Wednesday, October 17th, 2013, I was transported from FCI Greenville to begin halfway house and then my first 6 months of supervised release. When the judge ordered me there to take advantage of the substance abuse program, I had initially and immediately decided I was going to take advantage of the opportunity because I needed it. Upon arrival, I was summoned to the back where the director and 2 other administrators informed me that per the BOP policy, they have to refer to me as a male and I would be treated as such. I was placed in the male house. I felt like any woman would feel sleeping in a room with 4 strange men. It put me at risk for attack constantly. They're not trying to understand me. That's not what they're there for. But I have to understand them because my life and my safety depends on it. I was randomly searched significantly more often than the other inmates. They confiscated anything that they felt was feminine. They took all of my makeup, my favorite clothes, jewelry, bangles, earrings, necklaces. They even took my shower cap because it was pink. But the worst thing they took was my right to be myself. I would sit there to recover, but everything I did and said and every place I went, it was made a production of. And I really couldn't focus on what I was there for. It felt like I wasn't being punished for what I've done, but I'm being punished now for who I am. That's when I realized I needed some outside assistance. I couldn't do it alone. I contacted the Land Legal Help Desk. They got behind me and they told me what I needed to do. So I first filed a formal internal grievance and Lambda Legal sent a demand letter on my behalf after I filed that grievance. That was a Thursday. Monday afternoon, the center director was calling me into the back office and the first things out of her mouth was, on behalf of this facility, we would like to issue you an apology. For the first time in my life, it felt like someone was acknowledging that I am not a mistake. And just because you think I am gives you no right to treat me like I am. To have an advocacy group not only say that Donisha is right, but to say we stand behind her, it made me feel like I'm finally being heard. It was like I have been living my life on mute, singing, screaming, and yelling, and somebody finally pressed the mute button and someone heard me. To hear somebody else sing the same note that I was singing, it was beautiful. It was music to my ears. I know that what has happened to me happens in the penal system, in the reentry systems. And ex-offenders have enough challenges to reintegrate into society to begin with. This added challenge is one that doesn't even have to exist. Someone's going to have to sit back and say, we're not doing this right. And we're not setting transgendered people up for the best chances of success. It's such a relief being released from the facility. Right now, I feel like my dreams are mine for the taking. I'm very hopeful about career opportunities, continuing my education, finding my purpose. I'm proud of the accomplishments that were made. The greatest thing about this experience is I found a purpose in the pain. And that's been the most healing thing, is knowing all that I've endured is going to help someone else, and it helps me. Oh,